said about the front covers of the Bibles? Did you think they've all got a rainbow theme?
It just makes you grab it.
Okay, yeah, I like that idea.
Well, because it's like stretched out and then it says Rainbow Edition and then Good News Bible, it makes you want to grab it off the shelf.
It catches my eye because added like all of these wonderful colours on it.
When I looked at it, it just popped out. They've got a more variety of colour.
If I look at it, I wouldn't say it's a Bible. It looks like more of like a story. Couldn't imagine it being a Bible. It looks way better.
So what do you like in the Bible?
It was so important to get young people involved in the development of this Bible. It was wonderful when we brought out some of the new stuff to hear them go, wow, and get that excitement.
It makes you want to read the book. Yeah.
So we spoke with the children, we spoke with parents, and we spoke with teachers to really get their input on how we should go forward.
When you look in the pages, it's not just black and white words. They've got a lot more colour.
The waves are just bigger and it looks like it's an action shot. Like the waves are going to jump out on them. Like it's actually happening.
Our team has poured so much of their heart and soul into helping this be the best version it could possibly be, because the heartbeat of our request is to be able to present Christianity in a credible way in an educational setting.
Using the Bible in lessons, it's essential to have a Bible that has colour, and that's something that children picked out on, images that make them want to find out more, but also you want to develop their learning of different themes, understanding of history, of art, of English, and for them to be enticed by wanting to know more.
With the old one, they didn't have all of these family tree, none of this on the side. It's got a lot of history on it. It's got like keywords. It's not like reading a normal book like what you get on the shelf.
For the age of these children here, they're on the verge of going to secondary school. There's questions in there. There are items that they will remember from having learnt in school where they might want to find out more.
Well, hello! A very warm welcome to all you who join us on this lovely Friday morning. It is quite warm, I have to admit, so hope you're feeling all excited for the weekend and that you are doing extremely well. If you sign up for our shop emails, and you might recognise my name and face, but for those of you who don't, my name is Che, and I'm a member of the publishing team here at Bible Society. Now, during the course of this stream, you'll see a handful of pre-recorded segments and plenty of me, for better or worse, depending on your opinion. However, if you have any questions or comments during the stream, we would love to hear from you, so please do share them in the stream comments section. Now, as you may know, Bible Society has been hard at work over the past few years to produce exciting and engaging products that are based around the Bible to equip the next generation of Bible readers. With that in mind, I'd love to introduce you to our biggest Bible product yet. Say hello to the Good News Bible Children's Rainbow Edition. Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. We are so proud with the finished product. It just looks amazing, doesn't it? I mean, I'm being a bit biased. I haven't been involved with the project, but it does look beautiful, doesn't it? I mean, feel free to share what you love about this throughout the stream in the comments section. Now, you may have read from me during the non-stop shop emails talking about this Bible. I have been going about it quite a bit just because I love it. But if this is your first time you've heard about this product, you can find out more about the Children's Rainbow Edition by going to our website. That's biblesociety.org.uk/GNB New Rainbow. If you would be interested in receiving updates about our latest products and our bestsellers, then go to our website, biblesociety.org.uk/contact-us. And you can register your interest to one of our regular weekly emails. So recently, we had the opportunity to take the Children's Rainbow Edition to Tadpole Farm Primary School, and we hosted a very special launch party. It was such a privilege to show the children this fantastic new Bible, and our children's and family lead, Kristen, came along with us. We were able to get their thoughts about the best full-text Bible for children.
everyone, I am so excited to be with you. I am in Tadpole Farm Primary School, and I have a bunch of young people with me today to launch the Children's Rainbow Edition. It's so fantastic to be with the young people. I know I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Yeah!
It's like really awesome, and it has like different illustrators, so then it's like really like beautiful in a way.
The pictures, they were really good illustrations.
I think everything was just amazing.
They were really pretty, and I've never seen pictures like them before. And they remind me of like an elegant bird.
It was colourful, but the old one, it was more dull.
I think it was really nice to look at. I liked the rainbow on the front cover.
If I were to use it in my classroom, every RV lesson, I would get it out and look through a verse or a chapter. I really love rainbows. It's like just showing you where you need to go.
Wow, weren't those responses absolutely amazing? So fantastic to hear the young people talk about the Bible. I really think this is going to be a life-changing Bible for them. We've got a lot more to do here at Tadpole Primary. I think I'm going to go build a tower.
Well, we're going to come back to Tadpole Farm later. I'm sure Kristen would have loved building that tower. But for now, we would love to share with you a very special interview featuring an even more special guest. He's a gifted children's author and storyteller, and he's got plenty of fantastic things to say about the Children's Rainbow Edition.
So just welcome to the Bible Society head office here in Swindon. It's a fantastic opportunity we have today, and we're going to be talking about this wonderful, brand new Good News Bible Children's Rainbow Edition. And we as a society believe that this is the best full text Bible for children. We just want you to take our word for it. We've also brought in Bob Hartman, who is an author and storyteller. And we're just so fascinated to have you here, Bob. Pleasure.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
I am doing very well, thank you.
How was your commute in?
It was great. I live in Trowbridge, so it wasn't far. You know, 45 minutes or so, nice drive up through the countryside. Fantastic. No complaints.
Oh, excellent. I'm glad to hear that. Well, Bob, I do believe that we were able to give you a copy of the Children's Rainbow Edition previously.
Did, yes.
Fantastic. How did you find it?
I thought it was terrific. I mean, I can't say enough good things about it. It's accessible. It tells the big story of the Bible and points out to the kids how they can understand the Bible's big story. The color plates are absolutely gorgeous. There's questions for the kids to consider. I mean, it's just a really, it's the whole package. That's what it is. Everything you need, I think, for your kids to understand the Bible and enjoy it.
Fantastic. Is there any, obviously there's some fantastic highlights, anything specific that really stood out to you that was so eye-gripping?
I think the way that the stories are linked back and forth across the Old Testament and the New to give the kids a sense that it really is one great big story. Fantastic. I think that helps enormously.
Excellent. And just with a Bible of this sort of size and what the content is like, what impact do you think that will have for children who are going to read it?
Well, I think it just makes it accessible. It makes it possible for them to read it knowing where the story is going and what it's all about. It's not like they have to dive into it and go, I didn't know what's going on here, as even so many adults do. This is a chance to open it up for them in a way that they'll understand, to help them through it and to appreciate God's big story.
Yeah. So why is it so important to get the Bible into the hands of children and get them into that big story?
Well, because unless they understand God's big story, they really won't understand who God is. I mean, God reveals himself to us, I think, primarily through narrative, through story. And it's by being exposed to those stories of God's relationship with his people over the generations that helps kids, well, helps all of us understand who God is. The truth of who God is revealed in his story.
Yeah. And so obviously you've had a chance to look through it and some of the interactions, illustrations. In terms of the interactions, how do you think that will help children engage with the Bible itself?
Well, I think anytime you ask kids a question, something for them to consider, then it opens up possibilities for them to explore the story more deeply. They don't just take it on the surface, but if you ask the question, they'll quite hopefully go back and look again and think, oh, well, that's what it's all about. That's the answer. That's what I'm meant to get from this particular story.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the only thing you're meant to get from the story, obviously. But sometimes when you draw an arrow and ask a question, at least it opens up one door, and then maybe that leads to more doors.
Yeah, fantastic. And just in regards to the presentation of the Bible, what is your opinion of the illustrations that have been used?
Oh, they're terrific. I mean, those color plates are absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful.
Do you have a particular favourite illustration that you saw?
Oh, that's a tricky one. I think, well, I quite like the David and Goliath one. Goliath looked incredibly menacing, and David looked incredibly small. So that's quite a good one, I think. Yeah.
Excellent.
And the water into wine one I thought was quite nice as well. I mean, it was an interesting, but I think a very good choice to show something that Jesus was up to, some very special thing he did early in his ministry.
Fantastic. Well, I appreciate those comments, Bob. And just really for you, what do you think will be the key thing about this Bible that will make parents and grandparents or even teachers and schools want to buy this for children?
I think it's the accessibility. I think if you want your kids to really understand what the Bible is about, and do it, I think, in an enjoyable way, because I think it's a very enjoyable book. You know, it's appealing, it draws you in. I think if you want it to be accessible and enjoyable, this is the Bible to use.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Bob. Thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure.
I hope that you really enjoy your own copy and are able to pass it on to your children.
I'm just trying to decide which kid to pass it on to, you know. Yeah, I mean, my youngest grandson would be perfect for it. A couple in the States, that would work for them too. But I've got some kids in the church. I don't know. Somebody's going to get it.
Excellent. Well, Thank you for your time, Bob. Really appreciate all you've done.
My pleasure.
Well, very well, thank you for joining us. I'm just going to throw back to the studio now for the rest of this continuing launch party. And we'll hope to see you real soon. Don't forget, there's a Children's Rainbow Edition. It's being launched on September the 8th. It's $18.99. So why not make it your priority to get the best full-text Bible for children?
Oh, it was just so great and so wonderful to have that feedback about the Children's Rainbow Edition from Bob. I mean, I genuinely was fascinated. I mean, he was right there in front of me. I couldn't believe it. All joking aside, we would just like to take some more time now to look at another interview with a very special guest. This was Beth Smith, who's the head of schools work at Youth for Christ. Bible Society have created the Children's Rainbow Edition in partnership with Youth for Christ, and it was a great privilege to be able to interview Beth. So let's see what she had to say.
Well, a warm welcome to you here at the Bible Society head offices. And today we're here to talk about this fantastic new product. It's called the Good News Bible Children's Rainbow Edition. It's available on the 8th of September and it costs $18.99. At Bible Society, we believe this is the best full-text Bible for children. We've had so many fantastic endorsements about it already. And today I'm joined by Beth Smith, who works at Youth for Christ as the head of schools work. Beth, it's a privilege to have the chance to interview you about the Children's Rainbow Edition. Just firstly, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you. At the moment, just enjoying the beautiful sunshine in Lincolnshire.
Fantastic. Ben, I was informed by my colleagues that you'd had a chance to look at an advanced copy of the Children's Rainbow Edition.
I do. It's a thing of beauty, I think you'll agree. I've got one here.
Well, why don't we start there then? You've had a chance to look at this Bible. What do you like about it?
Well, I think I think to really help and explain what I like about it would be good to show you the older version. So this is the older edition, and it is 40 years old. It's not had a revamp for 40 years, so you can see it's there are some illustrations in there, but it's quite dull. And I think in an age of Netflix, Disney Plus, children having tablets and all manner of things, we have to be really mindful that we make the Bible attractive to them, because they're so distracted with other things. And that might sound a bit shallow actually, but I think, you know, we want to attract kids. We want them to pick this Bible up and we want them to go, wow, this is interesting, I like it. So that's what we've done. And I think you've done an amazing job. And look, I'm looking at the illustrations. So there's brand new illustrations all the way through. That's just one example. And there are these interactive activities. So all the way through, there are some, you can see them in blue writing just there. They are written to engage children into reading the Bible. Now, I don't know about you, but whenever I pick a Bible up, I generally need something to really get me to get me into it, to get my teeth into it. And children are the same. So this is what's been done. There's been designed to have a life application for children. Example. So when the Israelites are complaining in 1 Samuel, they want a king, and God gives in the end and says, all right, then you can have one, but on your head be it, kind of thing. This is the interaction for that section. The Israelites decide they want to be ruled by a king so that they can be like the other nations around them. Do you think to be like everyone else is a good reason to do something? So that's, you know, it's applying it to them. And I love the idea that kids are going to pick this up, and, you know, they're not going to, oh, this is really boring. It's a bunch of old, you know, words from centuries ago. But actually, yeah, actually that applies to me. I can see that part of this scripture is relevant to me 2,000, 4,000, however many years later. It's great.
Fantastic. Particularly on that, obviously, we want to ensure that schools are engaging with the Children's Rainbow Edition. Do you think that schools should be giving these to children as their Bible to use all the way through?
100%. I think once everyone sees it, they'll be rushing to get one. They are absolutely perfect in the context of being a child at home or a context of a child being in school. They are really accessible and, as I say, really attractive. And I think RE teachers, it's a winning formula, because, you know, if you've got a class set of these, you can give them out, you get to a certain part of the Bible and then read it, and you've got your interactions are there. You want to prompt class discussion, it's there. If you want to prompt individual personal reflection, it's there. So it's absolutely fantastic. And I think the other thing is literacy levels we know have been fairly alarming in the UK over the last few years. It's been raised as an issue, and what better way to improve your child's literacy than, you know, reading the Bible? Come on now.
Excellent. Just one final question, Bev. We know that parents and grandparents will be really interested in buying this for their children. And why should they buy the Children's Rainbow Edition over other available Bibles?
Yeah. As I say, it's designed to develop your child's spiritual growth, personal growth, and walk with God. To develop that walk with God, we know we read the Bible and we learn from it and we apply it to our lives, and we want children to do that as early as possible. And this is the way in for them. Furthermore, there is a collaboration between the Bible Society and Youth for Christ with the Youth Bible, and it's got the same kind of graphics, the same blue font for interactions, but for teenagers. And so I feel like buying your child or your students the Rainbow Bible, this version, will actually give them it's a gift for life, really. It's going to help them progress all the way through their childhood and into adulthood.
Fantastic. Beth, really appreciate you taking the time to talk about the Children's Rainbow Edition. It's clear that it's a big favourite of yours.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you'll be able to pass it on to someone you know, perhaps. Excellent. Bev, just want to say a massive thank you from Bible Society to the Youth for Christ on joining us in partnership with this amazing project and what is going to be the best full-text Bible for children. We just want to say a massive thank you and just want to wish you all the best and hopefully to see you soon.
Thank you so much. It's been an absolute privilege. Thank you so much for inviting us.
That's our pleasure.
Well, it's quite clear, as you can see, the Children's Rainbow Edition really is the best full text Bible for children. It's been great so far in this stream. If you do have any extra comments you would like to share with us, or any questions perhaps you might want to ask, please do chuck them in the comments below. I can see we've got quite a few people saying hello from different areas. We've got Brian from Scotland. Hello, Brian. Thank you for joining us. And we've got Barbara, who says that this Children's Rainbow Edition sounds absolutely wonderful. And I agree with you, Barbara. This does sound like a wonderful product. And in fact, it is a wonderful product. And I'd highly encourage you to buy one for someone you know. So, with all that in mind, we are coming to the end of this launch party, very sadly. But I think it's time we go and revisit what we were doing at Tadpole Farm Primary School. So, why don't we go and revisit the teachers and pupils and see what they were getting into?
The hall has been filled with such a buzz today, and we've all had so much fun. It's really, really important to hear what teachers are going to say. So we've talked to Laura Firth, who's a chaplain and teaching assistant at the school.
I just think it's so much more interactive. So as children open the Bible, there's so much more of it that catches our eye. I think in a media kind of infilled world where they just need to have that big captures and stuff, I think by having the visuals and things in it, it just makes it just so much more interactive for them, which I think is brilliant and means they'll probably read the Bible more and interact with it more, which would be great. Being introduced when they're in Key Stage 2, when they're getting to Year 3, and they can then use those Bibles, so every time they have collective worship, if they do that in their schools, or RE lessons, the fact they can get their own Bibles out, they can kind of read through it, understand what those stories are, know where the stories are in the Bible, what the Bible has to say about different things. So as they kind of grow older and older, that will be something they'll be able to go back to and see the beauty of and the story of the Bible, which hopefully will be life transformative for them. We have already decided as a school that from when we're doing our RE lessons and collective worship from next year, so from September, that we will start using those. So there will be things in our collective worship and our RE lessons where we are asking the children to get their own Bibles out, to be reading those stories, to be writing notes, to be drawing, doodling, all that type of thing. So the Bibles are their own, and that as they go through school, it's something that they're used to, they know how to use it, and it will be something that hopefully they grow to and continue to love.
We have loved our time at Tadpole Farm Primary School here today, speaking with teachers, speaking with students. It has been so much fun. Now, the next thing we get to do is tuck into an amazing cake. Maybe I'll bring you a slice back to the studio, Che.
Well, as you can clearly see, I did get my slice of cake, so don't worry. Kristen didn't only got me 2 pieces, so it was actually quite nice in the end. I managed to have 2 pieces of cake. That's a win, in my opinion. As you can see, the Children's Rainbow Edition is loved by so many, and it's easy to see why. It's got such beautiful illustrations. It's got a rather snazzy looking cover, if I do say so myself. And there's just so many additional features to help unpack the Bible. And it's all for the same price as our previous edition, costing $18.99. So don't forget, you can get your copy now. It is available at biblesociety.org.uk/GNB New Rainbow. So we want the best for children in life, really, don't we? And we believe as Bible Society, this is the best that your child or even your children can get. I really hope that you've enjoyed this launch party. I know I certainly have. And we really hope you have a great weekend. We just want to thank all those who've participated and helped with this launch party at Tadpole Farm Primary School, to Bob and to Bev. And we just want to say a massive thank you to all them involved. If you'd like to hear more about what Bible Society are up to, or see what other further publications we've got coming up in the pipeline, be sure to sign up via our website. And you can do that at biblesociety.org.uk/contact-us. I suggest you make it your priority to get the Good News Bible Children's Rainbow Edition. The best full text Bible for children, made with children, because their first Bible is precious and the good news is priceless.